All right. Ready when you are, Jocelyn.
I guess we're going to call this meeting to order, right? It's the first
Yep.
thing.
Yes.
And I guess roll call's next.
All right,
So type,
I think that I'll help out with that. Do we have Anita Brown?
Anita is here.
woo.
Okay. Charles Lenny?
I don't see him.
Okay. All right, and Jocelyn's right there. Non-voting, but that's okay. Kayla Morris?
I'm here.
Okay. Sandra, I saw you.
Here.
Arlene Reynolds, do we see Arlene?
No, I do not.
Okay. Emma Ritchie?
Here.
Woohoo. And Monica is out at the moment. We'll see if she joins. Anna Roberts?
I'm here.
And I'm Catherine. So you can move past me. Jennifer Steffi? I thought I saw her on the
Yeah, she's
thing.
here.
She's here.
And Christy.
I don't see Christy.
Christy was not going to be here. She did send an email.
Oh, yeah.
Christy Witten. Yeah.
Okay.
If you are a guest,
got that.
please put your name and library in the chat, please, for Kat.
Thank you.
Okay. Now approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
A second.
Yay. Now approval of the minutes from the February meeting.
We are
Oh, do we not have a quorum?
No, we have a quorum, but we didn't finish the minutes. Sandra did her amazing job with the minutes that she did when she got there, but we did not fill in the rest.
Yeah, I
So
came in late, so
we are requesting they be tabled until June.
If there's a recording of them, I can get those finished up for you if you want.
Yes, we will send that to you. Thank you. That's
Thank
kind
you.
of the problem is we just haven't had any time to focus on it.
That's fair.
So
Your
I
lives have been insane. It's okay.
All right, we'll kick that can down the road. ISL report.
All right, that's me. So we have been overwhelmingly busy with migration work and scheduling. So we currently have 8 approved applications. Wells County will have their application go to the EC this month, so in a couple of weeks, which will make 9 upcoming migrations. So at this point, we're working into 2027. We're telling libraries that any library that turns in their application, that's kind of where we are. Okay, so I'll go through them really quickly. Ohio County, we are in the middle of data work right now, and we are on track to launch on June 10th. Brooke, we have set up a timeline for them. It could always change, but right now we have a launch date for September 2nd. Jasonville is still rebarcoding. They are also shooting for September, but that kind of all depends on how fast they can get all of that done. And it has not been a fast process, so they're just up in the air right now. Edinburgh, they have been trained on copy cataloging and they have started cataloging their materials as of this week. Britta has scheduled a cataloging party for the 29th, I believe, and they are shooting for a possible January 2026. It would be just a patron data migration because they're cataloging in, but it's also up in the air as well. Delphi, we set a very loose timeline for them. We are looking at March 2026. We met with Crawfordsville yesterday. We're shooting for October 2026 for them. And then we're meeting with Jasper County and Remington at the end of the month. And we should have some sort of loose timeline for them once we meet. So Jasper, more than likely, will be a full data migration. Remington will be cataloging in, and they've also asked if they can just enter their own patrons so they don't have to do any sort of data migration. And we were like, awesome. Yes, you can do that. So they are going to be up in the air as well, just as fast as they get their stuff done. Any questions about migration, membership? Okay. And I see Emma says, on the topic of the cataloging party, 2.5 hours a bit far for Ecker to travel, but if there's anything, awesome. I'm sure there'll be something. There's always something.
I have me and 2 catalogers who are very willing to do anything that needs done. So
Awesome.
yeah, we can't make the drive, but if there's anything virtually, just let us know and we'll put it on our project list.
We'll probably have cataloging parties for Remington. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Committee nominations, the form has closed and there are 4 nominations for this committee. So that's exciting. Just a reminder that the annual council meeting is next week. So that's where we'll approve those committee nominations. And then there is a membership bylaw update document. So we'll have to approve that as well. The Evergreen International Conference is in May. I did send out a form for scholarships. So if you're interested in attending that, please make sure to fill it out. It closes next week. We've had a lot of people take advantage of that. So I'm excited about that. And then the Evergreen Evergreen Indiana Conference is in August. That's right? I said it out loud and then I didn't trust myself. We will ask for help from the committee for things like registration table or speaker intro. So if you are coming to the conference and are able to help out, just let me know. I might call on you for that. That's all I have right now. It's all migration all the time over here.
What day is the meeting next week?
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday
Okay.
at 2.
Yes, 2 p.m. Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Courtney, for the State Library report. And now we're doing training and support, which is Britta.
Since our last meeting, I have hosted basically the entire circulation module training. Okay, decent turnout for all of them. Decent questions from some of them. I've held local administration a couple times and Aspen administration. The only things I have scheduled right now, we have the roundtables for both cataloging and circulation coming up in 2 weeks. I have received a couple topics for the cataloging roundtable, nothing for circulation, at least not since I checked yesterday morning. Hopefully there will be something. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very short roundtable, which is fine by me. But I did just schedule local administration for April 24th. So I will be doing that. I'm trying to keep my schedule open for all of the upcoming migration training and to kind of follow Courtney for the migrations. Since we are 2 months away from Ohio County's launch, we are preparing scheduling training with the staff there. Just trying to figure out the best way to approach that. Edinburgh, we did that. I had a in-person partial basic cataloging for staff. Really, we just tried to focus on getting them in there to start cataloging their collection. I didn't care really about like item status and everything. I just needed to get them comfortable enough and aware of how to copy catalog their collection. I think we determined their collection is about 30,000, maybe. Or I'm thinking of another one of the other libraries, probably. 30,000 sounds like a good number, so we'll see.
They all run together and it's
they
all
really
numbers.
do.
I can't keep it straight.
But yeah, the cataloging party is set for the 29th from 10 to 4. You won't have to stay the entire time. We do have a few laptops available if anyone who has been wanting to come to a party but couldn't because they didn't have a laptop. We have a one for you, first come, first serve. You don't have to stay the entire time. We have 2 people so far who have submitted on the form, like the RSVP form. Light snacks and drinks will be provided. And I hope to have some type of sheet available to you for the cataloging. So like the structure of the call numbers and things like that, which they are kind of working out. So, and then the next cataloging party, because we're trying to avoid summer reading, the next one will probably not be until the beginning of August. Brook Iroquois, they have been kind of, feels like on the fast track. So we are starting to look at training schedule for staff and separate training for their administration. So we are working on figuring that out. Obviously, all the other migrations, they are not at that training section yet. So the rest is like data or just preparations. For documentation, I have updated a couple of the articles for acquisitions. And I have added an item reclamation article for circulation, and I was working on Hopeless Hold. I thought I'd already finished it, but it doesn't look like I have. As for Aspen, I already knew this, but so non-holdable items don't appear in Aspen. But a library has requested that be disabled for their system. So we meaning I, will be sending out an email asking if any other libraries wished for me to disable that. So all of their collections, regardless of holdability, will appear in Aspen. Doing this now because we have scheduled the edit for Easter weekend because it will cause a full reindex, which means it will take 36 plus hours, probably more so since we will be enabling or showing more records. So I am hoping to send out that email with some type of form or just response, yet another form for libraries to let me know if they want to participate in that. I assume we'll want to have some type of administrative confirmation for that. We have had a few more library staff take the annual refresher and have had their accounts return to Cat 1 status. Also have had a few more Cat 2s finish the advanced cataloging and have been upgraded to Cat 1. I still need to update those Moodle courses.
He passed it. Put it
So
on the...
we will, I will try to do that as soon as I am able. Just been helping one-to-ones with various libraries on various topics like templates, receipts, Hatch, bane of our existence, around the consortium. In regards to the other committees, I am currently leading the Aspen committee. We had our first meeting in February. We had our working group in March, and we drafted our rules of governance, which will be presented at the next governance meeting next week. Website updates, haven't done any of them yet, but theme has been purchased. And I know I'm telling you guys a lot of stuff not to do with cataloging, but I kind of was like, let's, this is what we're doing. So, .org project, yeah, Courtney purchased a new theme. We created a testing site so we could build it without affecting the live website. We hope to complete it by the end of the year, but with all of these migrations, we shall see. And then miscellaneous stuff, certificates, and adding like consortium update emails to the website. Oh gosh, Jonathan, nope, never mind. Courtney already answered. I'm just catching up too. Okay.
And while you're reading, Kat, I just want to let you know that Charles, just for notes, Charles did join.
Charles, the first ticket that came in was from Sarah. So she is aware and was going to check with the other.
I think it was her idea to do it over Easter weekend, wasn't
It
it?
was her idea to do
Yeah.
it over Easter weekend. Yes, not by default, non-holdable, not by default. It's an option that is checked when we determine what records come in. And they are checked. So yes, by default, non-holdable items are not visible. Unfortunately, I think even if they are not holdable, there's going to be a place hold button. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like that was an issue before with another library, but we'll see what happens. So, but that's all I have. Are there any questions, comments, concerns for my well-being? Okay, it is. The placehold button is still visible, even if it's not holdable. Okay.
Do you get an error when you click on it? Or does it make it look like you can actually place the, okay, you do get an error. That's at least good, right?
See, Kat, so the items still show up in Aspen even if the shelving location isn't holdable. I thought
Yeah, it's like we had a video game collection where they were showing up because we had set them in a shelving location. Like the shelving location itself was not holdable, but the items they were like they were not set up as that. So you couldn't request holds from that area, but it still showed up as searchable. It was an odd workaround. We had to figure out why it worked at my branch and what I had done differently than what they had done at a different branch. And that was what we were able to find out, was that my shelving location was set up that way.
Okay. Okie dokie. I am done.
Okay, so moving on to unfinished business, the first thing we've got is the procedures guide and information on board games.
This was me. I need help. I haven't been able to get to it, so I am requesting assistance from one or more committee members to write this up for the procedures guide. I have information that I used for, I think it was for a Mark from Scratch webinar. It's just not in procedures guide format. So if someone could, I can send that information to you on the stuff that I found. If someone could help write that up and then present it at the next committee meeting, I would be ever so grateful. Please and thank you.
Anyone want to help poor Britta? Does anyone do board games? Look at her. Look at her. She's so angelic.
I can try.
Okay.
I'll do my
I can
best.
help too.
So I will work. I've done board games and I like them done as full as possible.
Same.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So Emma and Anna, I am not on where I need to be.
Okay, so moving on to cataloging policy, the first thing we've got up is status of Cat 3 again.
I need help. Basically, what I've supposed to have done is just add Cat 3 information to the policy. And obviously, based on my I haven't done it. So I will still do that. I will do that. And I apologize for not having that completed by this meeting. But I have nothing for this agenda item for today.
Okay. So moving on to subject heading policy and procedure consistency.
This was something that Monica was working on. And I cannot recall.
Oh, is this the one about having at least one
Yeah,
LC
just
subject
to
heading?
make the
Okay.
procedures guide and the policy consistent.
Is what's in red what she is suggesting?
I cannot recall. I would assume
Do we want to wait until she's here?
that sounds amazing.
Let's wait till she's here. Let's kick it down the road. Because I know we discussed it a lot at the last meeting, but I'm not sure where we're really at with it.
Yeah.
What she's got looks fine to me, but I'd feel more comfortable if she was here explaining it.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's it for unfinished business. Moving on to new business, we have a request for training Library of Things. Anita's here. I did notice Anita was here. Someone who knows a lot about Library of Things. Hi, Anita.
I can't remember if this was through, I think this was through the listserv. Someone was asking about the Library of Things, and someone also submitted it as a topic for the roundtable in a couple weeks. And I was wondering if anyone would like to present a Library of Things Mark from scratch presentation. I'm happy to assist. And we've had a lot of great feedback about the Mark from Edit series. There were a lot of catalogers who have loved it. Okay, Emma sent a template, but I'm wondering if we also want to just do a Mark from Edit thing for it. I am, again, happy to assist. As someone who no longer really catalogs, I feel like it might be helpful for it to come from someone who actually catalogs Library of Things. So, because they are the ones that actually handle these things. And also, I think it'd just be kind of nice for someone not to have to listen to me for an hour, since they have to for everything else. Would anyone, so I'm requesting if someone would be interested in presenting a Library of Things
Is this for the conference or for like a webinar?
webinar.
I nominate Anita. Or Jocelyn.
I don't do Library of Things, and I'm already presenting
Oh, okay.
at the conference.
What do you
All right,
think?
I'm unmuting for this. Oh, yes. I heard Anna's comment that she really likes to do board games well. Anna, are you interested? We love that too. We love to get those things as well described as possible.
I am still trying to tweak my Library of Things records.
We're all tweaking them.
So
I'm not sure there's really a 100% right, correct way to do them. You're basically winging it.
I know they are so hard, and I am trying to put as much information as I can in there. I don't know if I could talk for an hour about how I catalog this.
Well, you could probably start the meeting and then answer questions for 45 minutes because a lot of people will have questions about that. Just get them going.
Yeah, 30 minutes top, I think, is I can never remember. 40, maybe 45 minutes minimum for an LEU. But if
31 minutes for LEU.
31, there you
I
go.
know that is for roundtables, I think.
I
But
thought it just had to go
it's-
over that.
Yeah,
that
I think
mark.
it's for everything.
It's for everything.
okay. So 30 minutes minimum if we care about LEUs, which it seems like a lot of people do.
And some of that 30 minutes could be questions and answers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because you're still presenting.
Okay.
That's what I do.
What if, Anita, you attend as well and help with questions? Or anybody else who catalogs?
I
or-
just hate to commit to that. That's the problem. Things
I
are just
know.
really goofy.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
does this need to be done?
Too.
We haven't even set a date. I just wanted to see if someone would do it at this point.
I
Um,
can,
I
So
can-
typical, Britta, always looking for some sap to come along, right? So who will volunteer?
I will. Yeah. Now that I don't have like like I have to do this in a week.
The issue, Anna, is it doesn't have to be contained to board games. This can be generic for the library of things, but
Yeah.
specialize in one.
So library, like when you say library of things, that's like any kit, right? Like
I would think Library of Things is any non-print,
like we have bocce ball.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
okay.
A drill.
Any
Power
non-
drill.
Okay.
non-traditional items.
Yeah.
We have
any
ghost
non-traditional
hunting
items.
as well. We have a ghost hunting kit.
I'm sorry, what?
amazing.
Ghost hunting.
That's
Does
cool.
that transit?
I don't think so, but that
No.
does check out.
With the ghosts as well. Do you want to transit a few ghosts in that kit? In that package?
We do
I'm
have
gonna need to
ghosts
look
in our
up that
library.
record.
Okay.
I can possibly
record
assist
right
with
now.
questions on it. It just
Okay.
depends on what it is and how schedules are, but we've been doing some library things around here at both locations, so maybe.
That would be wonderful. I think anything, specialize in your topic, specialize on the people that don't have a clue where to get started, because a lot of libraries want to have more of these items and they may not even know how to be specific, but they do have to know how to describe it so it can be found.
If
There's a
we,
lot of
we
libraries
will-
that have ghost
I don't catalog our library of things, but I trained our library of things cataloger, so I'm happy to help out with whatever needs helped out with.
so I'm looking at the months.
Okay.
I'm thinking if this is not something that we would want to present at the, because maybe present it in September. Because summary, I don't know your position, Anna, or anyone, like how involved you are with the summer reading.
Not involved at all.
Okay, so we could probably do it in the summer. Though I know probably the ones that the catalogers that would want to watch it the most would probably be a Mini Hats cataloger.
I mean, I can do September. I'm going to be gone on vacation for a week of that, but September is fine. Just not
Okay.
during that 1 week.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
I will shoot for that, and kind of in the same format as all the other like trainings. I would imagine, like put a slide deck together.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Okay.
help.
I will probably shoot it to you to let you check it over.
Okay. What do you think?
This
Maybe
is my first thing I've ever trained, except for like in person with my one staff.
how does late September sound? Or is your vacation like in the late?
It's in the middle of it.
Okay.
So actually early September, like maybe right after Labor Day.
Okay. We have launches
Okay.
on the 3rd and possibly that following week.
Early October.
Yeah, we
What-
could do
yeah.
early October.
Okay.
So
Is there a way to put out a survey for questions? Just if people have their questions, just go ahead and submit them, and we can work up a presentation around that for Library of
Absolutely.
Things.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So who said they would like to help Anna?
I did, Kat did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Within limits of whatever I can do and availability, I suppose.
Oh no,
I
it's
am one of the many hats people.
okay.
It's a friendly group. It's a good group to dip your toe in the water. Britta's nodding.
We're cool.
So what else did I sign up for? This information on board games.
Yes.
So I am doing writing a procedure. I was like, what did I sign up for? Maybe I should. I almost didn't come to this meeting. I'm at home, like today's a day off.
Well, you're regretting that now, aren't
You
you?
couldn't stay away.
I know.
Very fortunate for us that you attended
Yes.
today.
Very fortunate for me.
It's nice to have somebody do it that loves the details of Library of Things.
It's going to be really helpful to a lot of people.
That's
It
right.
really will.
Okay, I have to write that down, right? For board games. My notes were not sufficient enough to know what I was doing. Okay.
So we'll get together, maybe even talk at the next meeting just to solidify dates, or we can solidify separately. So no real rush at this time. We have at
Okay.
least 6 months. No. Yes. 6 + 4 is 10. So yes, thank you. I'm very thankful. And yeah, like they said, a lot of catalogers will be thankful for this as well.
No problem. I think I will say no problem right now. Ask me that again in like 5 months and I'd be like, what the heck?
Same. Okay.
Okay, yes, thank you so much for that, Anna. That's very, very kind of you.
Yes.
Well, don't thank me yet until you see what I can
Oh,
actually
it will be
do.
fine. It will be fine.
Yeah.
Like this thing is so loosey-goosey, like you can't do it incorrectly because
It is hard. I'm just trying to make our stuff like because we've had just over the time since we've been doing it, it's changed formats, and I'm like, it's not the same, and I'm going back and editing like old ones so that it's more consistency within our own like. I don't know. I don't like it. Anyway.
If you want, Anna, I can share our Library of Things cataloger's email with you in case you want to communicate.
Sure, if you want to send it to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Thanks, Emma.
Okay, moving on to the next thing, we have cataloging committee bylaws review. Sounds fun.
Well, we might be able to change you having to run the meetings when the
not
chair is
voting for
Woo!
I volunteered for all my stuff, so I am done.
Yeah. Anna's met her quota. So if you've seen all the emails, the executive committee has gone through the bylaws for the EC that will be taken to the annual council next week for a vote. And we figure it might be a good idea for the other committees that have rules of governance to take a look at theirs as well. Yeah, like Charles has said, these were last updated in 2016. Since then, we are completely virtual. That is not signified in the governance, in the rules of governance for the cataloging committee. So I think it might be a good idea for us to look at them and discuss. I don't think we need to do anything today since I just put this on you, but if we feel like we should put a mini working group together to go through it all, or if we want to provide a draft for you to comment on, and then we can revisit at the next meeting. However you guys want to handle that. Oh, yes. Thank you, Courtney. What are your thoughts on this?
Option 2, anything that doesn't avoid a mini group.
A sub of the subcommittee?
Yeah.
And I think Monica definitely needs to be in on that project,
Okay.
my opinion.
Okay. So then I will email a draft version of the rules of governance to the committee after today, and request that you take a look at this, put your comments, and we will revisit in June. Any changes that we do request for approval will go to the EC for an official oh, hey, Monica, for their approval.
Monica's not very excited.
Draft.
We gave a whole bunch of work to Monica. Just wait till she sees these minutes.
I think she's lying.
I don't think that's fair. Blame it on the weather.
Yeah.
Do you have power now? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I didn't have power, or I mean, I had power at my house. I never lost power, but our library in Park Town did. So,
Mm.
so what?
Yeah, when
what's the
did you pop
decision
in?
here?
Um,
I got here about 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Decision, I am going to send a link to a draft version of the cataloging committee's rules of governance. I will request that you guys take a look and comment over the next couple of months so we can discuss as a group at the next committee meeting in June, and hopefully be able to send something to the executive committee for approval at their meeting in late June.
Thank you.
Do we want to double back for the subject heading policy and procedure consistency? Or are we waiting on Monica to discuss that?
Do you want to talk about it, Monica?
So I've been gone for most of the last week.
It's okay. We were gonna kick it down the road, so if we want to wait and discuss it, we can.
I honestly, I've been gone most of last week, and I didn't think that there was anything I needed to prepare for this meeting, but maybe there was. So if we could table it, that would be good.
And maybe there was something Monica emailed me about that I maybe never responded to about the same subject. I don't remember. It's very possible.
No, I doubt it.
Oh,
Britta would never.
No.
Well, I just remembered an email I received. I was like, I don't think I've responded to something, and it was sent a while ago. I should probably find that.
Okay, so Britta's going to send out a draft of the committee bylaws for us to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're moving on to Charles's thing, which is about first U.S. edition statements. So Charles, do you have a microphone?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, good. So once again, publishers are doing stuff and we're playing catch up. This actually has two parts. The first part is apparently we've had books come out recently that they've decided in subsequent printings from the sound of it that they don't need to include first American edition or first US edition in the TP Verso, kind of like when in the rules we have a rule saying, if everything matches, it's missing a first edition statement, you can add the item. And I'm wondering if we should do that here as well for US edition and American edition, just because are kind of the same thing, more or less, especially if they're published in America. But there's nothing currently in the policy to support that. So we have records that are separating holdings that, for all intents and purposes, are probably identical. So that was my first part. The second part, we might actually already have stuff in. Thank you, Britta. The second part, we actually might already have stuff in the procedures guide on this, which is when a publisher says, this is the Kensington hardcover printing, but we've had some folks put that information in the 250, and some eagle-eyed catalogers are like, no, that's not an edition statement. Don't put that in the 250. So that's another part where it feels like publishers are taking information that used to be edition statements from them and making them printings instead. And I guess for that, I just wonder if there is stuff explicitly said in the procedures guide that says, if it says it's a printing, that's not an edition statement or something. So that's all I had. Thoughts?
I put a link to the procedures guide to the first area where it talks about like various edition statements.
I don't think there's anything in there that differentiates between printing and edition statement, because I think it's assumed that as a cataloger, you're supposed to already know those rules.
But as we have found, a lot of newer catalogers are coming in blind and are not aware of, might not be aware of that distinction, who are becoming catalogers out of necessity kind of thing.
I think you certainly could add something to this section that just says printing versus edition, or printing statements. Printing statements just say they don't really mean much.
Yeah.
And should not be considered the same as an edition statement.
Yeah.
Although sometimes with like locally published stuff, they do mean it's a different edition, but that's like a very nitpicky thing that's probably not worth getting into.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Monica, in regards to Charles GMD things. Most of those are probably, a lot of those are still included in like Z39 records
Yeah.
and imports from migrations and things like that. So Charles, could you write something up for the procedures guide for this?
Yeah, since I'm the one that opened this particular can of worms, I certainly can do it.
Thank you.
Out of curiosity, so do you want me to write something up for both parts of it?
Sure.
Or okay, that works.
Yeah, we could probably include some examples. Yeah. Yes.
All right, cool. In that case, I hopefully should have something ready by the next meeting, and if I don't, that's on me.
Join the club.
It's a good club.
It is
We'll
a
just
good.
move it to the next meeting. So
Yeah.
do it
Thank you.
indefinitely. Okay, thanks, Charles, for doing that. And unless there's any more new business, any more new business? Okay.
No.
Then we're gonna move to the public comments. Anyone got anything to say?
It's not really public comment, but I do want to, a few weeks ago, I requested assistance from committee members about aiding Owensville Public Library with their migrated records. There are about 9,000 Owensville records that migrated in that were not merged. And so several of you have been able to participate in helping merge those records. Since then, we have already decreased the number by at least 350 records, which is awesome. I am very thankful. Kyle, their director, is thankful. He is also actively doing this. My hope is to expand this to Morrison Reeves, who has a lot more than just 9,000. But maybe have this I mean, our goal is to always merge or deduplicate as many records as possible during a migration. There are things that happen between them that for some reason they just don't merge. And we do request that and let the libraries migrating in know that this will happen and that this will be something that they want to do. As we work with smaller libraries, it's a little more difficult because they might just have one cataloger. And so I think it might be useful and helpful to them if we as a committee, you as a committee, if you are able and willing to help with that. It obviously helps the library, helps the consortium, it helps our patrons. And yes, like Jennifer said, it's both fun and satisfying. So, but I just want to thank you for those who have volunteered. Obviously, merging, not everyone likes merging. It's just the weird ones that we like to merge. It's fun and satisfying. But so long, too long didn't read. Thank you for your help. And Owensville appreciates your assistance.
Any other announcements? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, under an hour, guys.
Ooh.
So the next meeting is going to be June 5th at 10 a.m. And so can I get a motion to end this?
Make a motion to end Jocelyn's pain.
Thank you.
And you did a great job.
Thanks. I will gladly give Monica back the power next time.
I'll second the motion.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thank you, Jocelyn.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. See you later.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.